All right, you guys. This is going to be, and why doesn't my phone come to life? As soon as I hook my phone up for my Zoom, it goes dead. The screen acts like I don't even exist. Let's see if I can get set back up again. I am here. I am live. Let me get... I think I'm good. I think I put my phone back on there good. So, oops, I'm not. You guys are seeing. Oh, you're seeing me. I don't know why you keep seeing me because that's not what I got going on there. But let's get this thing so I can see. Okay. I am going to have to get me a new Christmas headgear. I was hoping to get out and find some stuff when I was going to. What was I going to do? I had to go buy. Oh, I got to go buy some sequins. The card that I originally made for today, I was going to go buy some sequins, but then I realized if anybody wants to make it, I would have the sequins, but I would probably run out of paper to make this particular card. So I had to shake it up today, and I just sat down for a second. I had a couple minutes and I almost fell asleep and missed this. I'm going to put on these other glasses. My eyes are not focusing very good today. I have been so crazy busy getting ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the first Stamp a Stack of the Christmas cards. So the 3 that I've made up till now, as I've been telling you guys, I'm having Stamp a Stack, and you can make any version of those 3 you want, one of each. And wait a minute, the Stamp a Stack was 6 cards, so you could do 2 of each. You could do 6 of one, 4 of one, 2 of one, whatever, however you wanted to do it. And then you could make additional cards if you wanted to as well. But anyway, that's tomorrow. And I've got my paper pumpkin tomorrow as well. So I've been a designing fool this week. If you follow my Facebook at all, I said on Monday that I was just ready, set, go. And I truly was ready, set, go. I was speeding all week getting stuff done. So I feel good. I feel real good about what I got all taken care of. And I'm ready for tomorrow. Well, I'm not quite ready for tomorrow. If with food that I just finished making has to kind of marinate overnight, if that doesn't turn out, I'll be sending out a quick notice for everybody to bring something for themselves for lunch, because my lunch didn't turn out. But anyway, I hope you all got your free shipping yesterday. I know that was quite enticing for some people to be able to get that. I know it was for me. I got a few things that I knew I wanted, I knew I was going to get, but rather than drag it out, I just said, I'm going to get it now while there's extra shipping. So we got that. We got the Designer Series paper sale coming up, you guys. So July, expect to see a lot of Designer Series paper, cards, things that you can do with them. I've got a Finally Friday that I just made to show you a quick card that you can use for 4 by 5 1/4 layer. So anyway, we're not here for specials and promotions and Finally Friday videos. We are here for a Christmas card. It is the 25th of June. So the 25th, what better day to do a Christmas card than on the 25th? So that's why I'm here. And I will show you the card that I originally made. It goes to, oh, okay, let's see. So Sharon's on, Debbie's on. Hi, ladies. I'm going to pin, go down to my desktop and show you guys. Melba, hello. So this is the card, you guys, that I made. I told you I'm in a Christmas card group to help me with inspiration all year long. And this was Crystal Minkler's layout for this month. And I turned it into a shaker card. So you could see the little guys in there shaking around. I was lazy and just used dimensionals, and there wasn't enough space. So my beads keep getting stuck. But I immediately, I don't know why I saw the, oh, I think this paper, I found this paper. This is the retired paper that I was saying I wouldn't have enough of, but I found this paper and I don't know what made me think of the hippo. And then I wanted to put a cute little Santa hat to match mine on the hippo. And then I just thought of that song that I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do, that song. So I printed that out on the computer and cut my little tag down smaller. And so this was my then inspiration for the card that I'm going to do tonight, that you guys will be able to recreate at home, unless you did have this stuff. And this is a retired set. And pitch that aside. This one, this is what you guys have access to, all the supplies to make this card. I used the Tidings and Trimmings that I just got bundle. So I got the Tidings and Trimmings stamp. I used the dies for the pieces around the star and the star itself, and it was really fun to work with. And I also used the, what is it called? Tidings of Christmas paper. And this is a real pretty paper. I just got this, like I said, and it's got some real pretty patterns in it. The colors in here are Misty Moonlight is one of them. So I want some stripes, and I like the little Christmas tree. So if you can see my little shaker stars, I made these with a punch that I have. And so I put some Misty Moonlight, Sahara Sand, the evergreen color, the new in color, that's all in this paper. But this particular one that I'm using here did not have any blue in it. But I then realized after I designed this card that my card for the kit winner and the one that I'm going to make, I used a different piece of paper for some stinking reason. So we're just going to hope that it still flows. So this is what we're going to do. And let's get started. I will walk you through kind of the basics of what of a shaker card. I'll tell you a couple different ways. Trisha Magnus, I believe her name was, gave me a new idea on how to build up the platform underneath. See, like this one, I told you I just used dimensionals. Part of an issue when you use the sticky dimensionals or foam strips, the whatever you're putting inside tends to want to stick, because I'll show you when we get there. You peel it off and then it's exposed, and then it's vulnerable for things to stick to. So I'm gonna get started. I got the Evening Evergreen paper, half sheet, 8.5 by 5.5. I'm gonna fold it in half. Then I've got that same paper, but I grabbed a different piece. And this one does have the Midnight Madness, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, the blue in color. That one's in there. So you got to use whatever shape you're going to make your hole. You might want to be able to put a frame around it. So make sure that you start with a small enough hole that you've got pieces and parts that you can build up around it. Hope that makes sense. So first off, I got my 2.5 inch punch, and I'm just going to come through and randomly punch a hole out. And the next step, now you can build however works for you, and I'm just going to show you what works for me. I've got, you're going to flip it over. Oh, hi, Dawn. Dawn's here too. Dawn, I was channeling you all day today, and yesterday I made your breakfast cookies for the girls tomorrow morning. So I gave Mike one and he said, those are pretty darn good. They're better than mine. So probably not as good as yours, Dawn, but it was your recipe. So I think I did it okay. I did you proud, Dawn. You'd appreciated my effort. So I've got those for tomorrow. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. I'm looking for my window sheet right here. So I've got a 2.5 circle, and then I cut a 3x3 piece of window sheet. Now, you guys, you don't have to use a window sheet. I have also, this is not the right thing because I didn't come prepared to tell you this because I forgot, but you can also use one of the bags, like an envelope bag, and fill that with your stuff that's gonna shake around and glue that over your window. And then everything will be contained. You'll still wanna, cut it down to the size of your card so that everything, or put your something around it so that it keeps the jewels or the sequins or whatever your beads you got right in the center. But that's another option. I just remembered I wanted to tell you about that. So I'm going to do a window sheet, which is maybe they're like overhead projector sheets, I guess you could call them. Stampin' Up sells window sheets that you could use. Now I'm just going to go around this circle with my adhesive. And then I'm going to take my clear plastic and I'm going to stick that down on the back side, but covering the hole. All right. Get out of the way. Then I have a piece of paper that is about 3 inches by 3 inches. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment from the stamp set on there. Let's find a block. And I've got the Evening Evergreen stamp pad. My foam over here, so. And I'm going to put that, like, if you want to cut out, so I want to make it kind of like, so it's going to be in the middle. I had a cutout that I could use to make sure I was in there, but you can eyeball it. All right. So I stamped on my greeting that I want to show through my window. So it'll go down like that. But we're not going to put it down yet. This is where you would want to build your foam pieces. For instance, you have these like adhesive foam strips. You could cut your dimensionals, and then you would just put them around, put them on your plastic and just like go around your circle. Okay. And then when you're done, this is where I told you, I started to tell you, you're going to peel that off, peel the backing off. And then this is exposed, so it's sticky. All right. So by the time you put your sequins in the middle, you're apt to get some stuck to the side of the tape or on the top, and it doesn't always go the best. So what Trisha had mentioned was taking, she said chipboard, but my chipboard was too thick. So I used the backing of our designer series paper, that cardboard in the back, and I cut 5 of them out. And then I glued them together. As I look for it, where did it go? Oh, here it is. I glued them all together earlier and I let it dry so that it had a good chance to seal up. The only thing I found with these is you want to make sure you get really close to the edge to seal that up tight, or like with this one, I don't have a good tight seal in there. So see these little, I don't know if I can get close enough. These little guys are sticking between the pieces of paper. And it could be that they're really tiny little stars, and so they're sticking, or I'm thinking it's because I did not seal these down real good. So I thought I started with the liquid glue, but then I thought I'm going to go around with my mono adhesive. Like so. Then I'm going to line up the circle. With the other one, and then I just gonna, after I was done, I went through and I just made sure I got all the sticky off, because you're going to have that issue here too, where stuff is going to stick and not move around. So, you know, this could be more fussing than you want to do, but I thought it was a pretty cool idea. And then, like I said, I just went around after I got all 5 of them stuck together. Put that over there because I will give that to the winner of the kit. I just made sure that I went around it and had all that sticky off and that they were stuck. So if you did have chipboard, thick one, and you had a way to cut through it, that would be great because it would be all just one piece. So another tip, I was thinking that I needed the circle, but I need the outside. So just be sure when you punch your hole that you got enough space to put your little, this, I don't call it a template, but your foam alternative here, so that you got enough going off the side. You might need to cut it down to fit if it's too close to the edge, but I'll set it with that right there. And I could trim. I mean, you don't need, if your cutter, you don't need it to be super straight and whatnot, but you can sort of see it when you go to open the card. You can sort of see it, so you might want it to be a little prettier than my prototype here. So we'll get back to our card. That was my little shaker card info. So what I did then was I took my built up pieces and I'm going to glue them. And I probably should use my Stampin' Seal just to make sure I got a good, tight, nice seal going on. And then one more time, I'll run my fingers around just to make sure that I've got any of the sticky not inside the hole itself. And again, this might be too much fussing. This is my prototype, and then this one is the only 2 times, but I thought it sounded like a really good idea that she had. So now I'm going to take it. This looks like a nice straight side to go. And then I'm going to center over the top of my sentiment. Oh, and then I got to make sure that it's over it actually. And I do want it a little above so that my jewels and sequins and stars and beads or whatever can fit under there. Okay. So then I took that, it was a border. It's an old die we had. It was a stars border die. And I just punched away this morning and I punched out a bunch of the stars from it. And you don't want to overfill it, but I did want to have a nice variety of the colors in here. And then when it stands up, they will all fall down to the bottom. So I think we'll call that good. All right, so then that's pretty much ready to go. We're going to then put our adhesive. Well, you could have put it around the front part, probably would have been a better idea. I'm trying to put it on the my adhesive is stringing along. Did I even get any on where I needed it? Does not look like it. I'm going to go ahead and put some more on my thing itself, just for a little bit added, in case my last round there didn't stick onto opening where I need it. You want to put these on, we're going to seal up this hole, basically, is what we're doing. So I'll go around my circle again. I've always kind of shy away from shaker cards just because I don't ever feel they turn out. I get the foam showing through the window and all kinds of stuff. When they turn out good, they are cute, cute, cute. But oops, I didn't get that. That's a partial star. Looks like I. Okay, so then we're just going to take the window part and oh, I dropped it. So hopefully that's lined up good. Oh, lucky me. And then I'm just going to stick that down. And then now it shakes around. Shakes the stars in there. I don't know if it's gonna. And I probably could have put some more in because they're way down in there. But either I overfill or I underfill, and I suppose it's probably better for me to underfill. And I got a partial star flinklet stuck at the top. So from here, now you also could have built all of this up before you put it down, but I made a frame for my circle. So I found the die that was about the same size as my hole, the 2.5-inch circle I made. Then I just used some washi tape and taped a bigger one to it to cut it out. And then you pop that circle out, and then this will be stuck between the two. So you've created yourself a frame that can stick around here. And I could use my liquid glue on this one, but I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna have to probably pop it up again. So we'll just put a little bit of this on there and then put it over the hole. Hold on, I need to clean it off my. Okay. We're going to lay that over the hole, the opening of the circle. Give it a push down. And then now we've like tightened that up. We've framed it so it doesn't, you don't just have that raw edge of the cutout there. We've framed that in. Now, you guys, I need to put, and this is where I said I was going to probably have to peel it up again. The layout that I used has this piece somewhere sticking around from your circle. And these are really fun to follow somebody's layout and just see what you can come up with. So I grabbed a piece of cherry cobbler to put off to the side. And then I'm just going to trim it off. Like so. And then I put one of the stars. I pre-cut these things out for you. I did one of the stars, and then I'm going to pop that up with a dimensional. On the front. I tried the stockings, and I just wasn't feeling the stockings with this layout, so I switched over to the stars. But the stocking, oh, I should have brought the stockings over. The stockings were really cute, but I just wasn't feeling it today. Probably because it was taking me too long to design something with the stockings. And like I said, I've been on the go trying to get ready. I'm heading back up north to help get my dad do a couple appointments. Mom's coming down to get me so that Mike can keep my car, because the kids and Mike will come up to Ludington on the weekend. So it's just kind of been go, go, go to get everything done and in place for the weekend coming up. 4th of July weekend. How about that, you guys? All right, I am going to, when I cut these out, I wanted to go a little further down so that I've got the flowers loose. Not flowers, they're stems. I want the stems loose so that I can kind of like this, like, I think I will put this down first. I'm going to glue my, I had some sparkly white glitter paper from like last Christmas or something that we sold. I had that in my, I just saw it the other day in my drawer, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to use that. I think it adds a cute little touch. Then I glued this with a little dimensional because I want these to sort of pop off my, I don't want them flat down to the card. So I put a dimensional, little baby one, behind the leaf. Then I can tuck the leaf, and see, even though I cut it out wonky, I can tuck it down under here. So I'm going to put this one leaf kind of behind those, and then the one with the dimensional, I'll kind of put it on top. And again, you know, I talked to you guys about my flower arranging abilities the other day. I need to get a lesson in that. My friend Lori, she posts, she must put fresh flowers around. She must love fresh flowers. And she'll go to Costco, she said, and pick up flowers. And they are so gorgeous. The bouquet she posted this week, I haven't seen a bouquet with one of the flowers. It's a real delicate flower, and it's just so pretty. And she must have set them in her house, and it looked like maybe it was on her desk at work too. And gosh, they were so pretty. And it's just neat that she goes and keeps fresh flowers around. All right, now this one, I think, I don't remember how I popped that one up. Yep, I put a longer one, so I'm going to cut it in half because I don't have the longer one over here. Plus, I wanted to cut a dimensional in half. I haven't cut one in half in a couple weeks. I don't have any music playing down here. Mike's not down here yelling at the TV. It's quiet. It's very serene down here in my craft world. I don't even have any cats down here pestering me. So it's one of those, like, you feel like you're under pressure, like people are watching you just because there's nothing going on. So I'm going to put that one. That one over the top. So I'll just stick it in there like that. Oh, I put the dimensional on the wrong one, you guys. Pop it off. Can I get it under this other one? Let's see. Boink. Okay. Now, I did find that because I used like 5 layers of this cardboard from the designer series paper, that I needed to do 2 layers of dimensionals. So I went around. So you could probably, I'll say, dumb it down with not quite as much of the cardboard. Depends what you're going to put inside, I guess, how thick you think you're actually going to need it. 5, like I said, makes it very, so I didn't put 2 on there. I'll leave that one there. Makes it very high inside there so that you could stick a little bit bigger things in there, but I might not have needed to do 5. Let's see. All right. It's gonna pop her way up off the page. And it might be, let's see, this one almost looks like I don't need 2. I don't know why it would be any different than the last one that my prototype over there. But it does look like it might be sticking up. See, maybe if I went 4 pieces of cardboard, I wouldn't need 2. But then we're going to take our card, let me crease this again. We're just going to pop that up in what appears to be the center, like so. And like I say, probably, where'd all my stars go? I would want to put more in there. I don't know where they've gone. They're hiding behind the, well, I must have missed a piece of goober tape in there, and so they're stuck. But then I came to the inside. Oh, you know what, guys? I think I need to put, oh, I forgot one. That might be why. They're not sticking down very good. And then on the inside, I had an extra piece of paper, just white. And I just randomly stamped a star inside using the cherry cobbler. I think I need to re-ink it. And then I just haphazardly put the edges off the side and stuff. I didn't want it to look perfectly placed on there, the whole thing, or then to me it would look like I needed to do more to kind of hide that. So to not hide it, but to jazz it up so it didn't look like it was just stuck there by itself. And we'll glue that down. And that's it, you guys. That's my little Christmas card. If I have to take it apart and see why all of my stars, I'm gonna have to load it up with more stars. See where they're all stuck. Sometimes if you're going to use some sequins and jewels and stuff, they will you'll get static on this sheet, and then that will become, it'll pull up some of the different materials, depends what you're using, but the static will stick it to it, so it'll then stick to the plastic. But that's it. That's my card. There's the first one that I did today, my prototype. And then I changed up the paper for this one. So go ahead and be sure and share. I'm not supposed to say that word, but I did because I got new people on tonight. So if you share the video, gets enters you into the drawing for the card kit to make one of these beauties of your own. And let's go back to moi. So you can have one more look at this beautiful Santa hat. I'm glad that you were with me tonight for first installment of round 2, second quarter, whatever, second group of 3 Christmas cards. And again, I'll have Stamp a Stack so that you can come and try and make some of your own. Not try, you will make them, because Green Thumb Stampers, where all your creations bloom. So you will make them and they will look nice. So you guys, I will see some of you tomorrow, and from there, probably Tuesday night, hopefully my Facebook Live on Tuesday night. So until then, I will talk to you soon. Tuesday, remember, I will be up north. I might be late, or I might have to cancel till, not late. I might not do it Tuesday and have to do it Wednesday. Depends what time my dad gets released. So stay tuned. I will try and update my Facebook page with that in case I'm not going to be there. I don't want you to try and find me and then have me not show up. So that's it, you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye.